Hieros, I think you can let go of us now.
Sorry.
Was more fun with my arms in the air.
Wasn't concerned about suffocation.
Who remembers what happened last time?
We got to Caradron. Surrie's parents were indeed there.
Escaping it.
Yeah.
Except their son signed up to be a mercenary in order to restore the family fortune. Never a good sentence.
Did they mention his name?
It's Aldrich.
Fuck that guy.
I don't know, that's a lot of, character backstories. I have to regain family honor/fortune.
Right. Which is why he's currently missing, because he decided to go the adventurer's route.
Yeah, and he's not one of the protagonists, so he's kind of...
boned.
They decided to come look for him, because I guess they like him.
And Surrie, for reasons I'm sure she will explain later, decided to agree and go look for him.
We were, to be fair, already going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was an assault by some really sexy elves, unfortunately. And the Thane was alive and was like, I've been deposed in shame. And we're like, okay, settle.
Whoa.
He's like, I've literally been fighting for 12 days.
Ocean's 3 over here.
They think that they might be able to scare them off if we get their really cool medieval siege weapon up and running, but he needed a gyro from his workshop, which was currently swarmed by drow.
So you gyrated on in.
So we gyrated on in, and then everything went a little pear-shaped.
Everything went spectacularly.
Yeah.
Incredibly.
She hasn't been found out yet, and you guys got out quick and easy.
We also completed what we meant to do.
It actually went spectacularly.
Yeah.
Right, except now we have no idea how to locate Surrie, where she is. She's invisible, and...
Grudge thrower.
Yeah, grudge thrower
I couldn't
works.
think of what they were
That was the
throwing.
one.
That's the name of the thing.
So, currently, my best pink friend is in a hornet's nest of despair.
But you don't know that is Seren.
But I don't know that is Seren.
Meanwhile, Hieros was short resting.
Yeah.
I'm sure not worrying at all.
As a treat.
Definitely not.
I think where we left off, you had just gotten back to the camp, returned the gyro to the dwarves, getting the grudge thrower back up and running, and I think the plan was to cause a massive distraction, sneak past the drow, make your way down to the Underforge.
Yeah, because our plan is to go down into the mines to the Underforge with the Thane.
Yeah.
Which just happens to be, not that we know, happens to be where Surrie is currently.
Yikes!
Looking for her bros or...
Funny how that works.
Wait.
Alright, let's just dive right in.
Yeah, let's fuck it up.
About an hour or two go by as Calig tinkers with the grudge thrower. So these are your sort of last moments to... We'll get to you, don't you
Yeah.
worry.
No.
These are your last moments.
That was so ominous.
For us, these are preparing moments. These are just your last.
Is there anything anyone would like to do before we kick this thing off?
Shit, man.
Surrie has the bag, so I can't take my owl cloak off and store it somewhere.
I could wear it. It's pretty hot. But I resist heat.
Well, no, I was thinking of being unseen, but... it's fine. She's not back yet.
Yeah, that's evident. You lost her in some way.
I thought... yeah.
It's alright, it's... she is her own person, and she has her own task to take care of here. You said she was going to look for her brother.
I lost her.
Well, we'll find her.
I'm just worrying.
Okay.
Unless otherwise specified.
Escapism.
So after a bit, the Thane comes over to you and he sort of sits down. He sits down next to all of you, a stern look in his one remaining eye. This is to be my final charge. I know that you have your heart set on coming with me, but allow an old man one more chance to save a life need not be wasted. You don't have to come with me.
Our friend is down there as well now, and we need to find her if we can. This is why we have come here.
Alright then. I've no idea what we'll find down there. I've had plenty of time to work their wicked designs in the Underforge. I don't know what we'll be heading into. Just so prepare yourself for anything.
How long has the assault been ongoing?
Weeks. Weeks we've been fighting, though the final loss of the city occurred just days ago.
Well, your people have escaped to safety as much as they can.
We're hardy folk. We'll survive this, even if the city does not.
Should we make it out, and we intend to, we will do everything in our power to make sure they have places to call home.
That's mighty kind, and more than I could ever ask for. Well, prepare yourselves. We're about ready to move.
I'm gonna use my tireless feature and give myself some temporary hit points, just so everyone knows. Okay, great, thanks.
Cool.
Aces. Okay. The Thane gets up, walks over to Calig, who is sort of wheeling out the grudge thrower, newly restored, and now all finally put together. It looks sort of like a Ferris wheel with catapult arms around these two big triangle structures.
Go.
And the Thane Brock, turning to Calig, says, "All right, Calig, time for a little payback. Fire away." And Calig gets this big grin across his dwarven face that you can see beaming through even his big, great, bushy beard.
Love
and
this
he
guy.
goes over to the grudge thrower and throws this massive lever, and it starts spinning of its own designs. Faster and faster and faster, and like kind of gearing up, like the turning gears of machinery. And when it finally reaches its sort of maximum speed, Calig begins pushing what looks like this huge mining crate up to sort of beginning to approach the spinning arms. And it seems to kind of like mechanically lock into the place with the frame of the grudge thrower. And as the catapult arms come around, they pick up what look like these kind of barrels from inside the big cart, and they go just sailing through the air. And as they go sailing through the air across the bridge and towards the gate of the city, Calig just turns to you with this grin on his face, and he says, "Do you know why my people hold on to grudges for so long? We pickle them and let them stew. And so when we finally throw them back, they're all the more potent!" As the barrels smash into the front gate, they explode on impact, sending drow flying through the air, the very gates shattering as the explosive barrels blast into the front of the surface. You see the drow across the way running and scrambling for their lives as the Thane turns to the rest of you and says, "That's as distracted as they're gonna be. It's time to go."
Let's go!
He begins charging across the bridge. You all follow?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go invisible while I do this.
Great, yeah. So you all begin kind of charging out across the bridge, and as you begin to reach the far side of it, getting closer to the gates, you can now see that the barrels keep raining down, sending more fiery explosions, shattering through the hall. But you kind of get to almost the edge of the bridge, and the Thane stops, bends down, and he feels around on the bridge for just a few moments before finally coming to land on one of the many stones that compose the bridge. He gives it a soft knock, and some runes on it alight. The stone moves up and seems to shift out of the way, revealing a passageway beneath. "Follow me!" And he just kind of starts diving down the stairs.
Inward and onward we go.
And away you go. You begin moving down into the deep blackness of the tunnels. You can tell these are clearly meant to be some sort of like secret passageways. And you begin to walk, and all the while descending deeper down into the earth here. And as you walk, now, having reached the safety of the tunnels, your pace steadies, and the Thane pulls out his warhammer, which glows softly, illuminating the tunnel around you, and he just sort of leads the way.
Does that glow in the presence of drow?
Oh, no, no need to worry about that. Just trying to make the way a little clearer. I know you probably aren't quite as accustomed to the dark as we all are. Well, speaking generally.
Okay.
You're invisible.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
No face journeys. You're invisible.
You're right. You're right. I'm not accustomed to the dark.
It's quite exciting. It's quite an honour you're all about to receive. For even in our weakened state, the Underforge is still perhaps the most splendorous creation a mortal has ever made. As the legend goes, one of our very first kings, our very first thanes, Atri the Wise, he killed a demon that guarded the pathway to the centre of the earth, and in slaying it, opened up its heat to fuel our fires forevermore. As a wondrous invention. I worry what twisted minds like theirs are doing to it now.
Well, certainly nothing comforting to think of.
Oh, I don't imagine there's much comfort left to us now. Follow me, I'll lead us the way.
Axe out.
Sure. Let's switch to back down in the mines. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you'll recall, you stand by this sort of massive cage in which, dozens and dozens of prisoners are being kept. Most of them dwarven, but, every once in a while there's a human or some other. As they begin being emptied out of the one cage and into the other, which is sort of on this massive chain and hooked up to this sort of enormous crane apparatus that kind of makes its way, it's swiveled out from over the lake of lava and landed its cage down on the ground here. As people are being shifted and bodies are being moved from one pen to the other, you kind of frantically search the crowd, looking for any sign of your brother. And as the mass of bodies begin to move finally, you do catch sight of him. He's much changed since the last time you saw him. He's grown up a little bit, but he's still unrecognizable. Though, again, not like you would ever expect to see him. One of his eyes is huge and blackened and swollen shut. And he looks like he's got a big slash across one cheek, and he's just dressed in sort of like tattered robes. Would you like to do anything?
Okay. Where is he in relation to me?
He's sort of like, if you're against, let's say you're against the western side of the cage, he's sort of against the northern wall. He seems like, he seems to be in a very weakened state, having trouble trying to stand, and as people like sort of are herded out of the way, you just caught sight of him as the bodies begin to disperse and move.
Is he being moved?
Not presently, no. I mean, there are sort of drow moving about the outside of the cage, kind of prodding through the bars, getting people up and getting people to move, but at least for right now, he's not being forcibly moved yet.
He's in...
Yeah, he's sort of towards the back of the cage, so that it's like filing people out.
Okay, I'll move towards him.
Okay, you do so. You're still invisible, right? Yeah. Okay. What would you like to do?
Go over to him. Are there other people around?
Mm-hmm.
Are there drow around?
They're kind of milling about the sides of the cage, yeah.
What's the cage look like?
It looks like it looks like those big sort of wrought iron cages that, they transport animals in. It's huge. It's like 20 feet tall, like 30 feet wide, and there's just dozens of people kind of crammed into it. And the bars are, bars? It's like iron bars,
Okay. Is there anywhere it seems like I could hide?
Sure, I mean, yeah,
And not be seen?
There's a lot of like crumbled boulders and there's a lot of machinery all about this chamber. There's lots of places where you feel like you could slip into and be unseen.
Okay, I would like to try to do that.
Sure, roll me a stealth check at advantage.
How long do I feel is left on my invisibility?
Oh, that's a great question. How long does it last? 3 hours?
1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
It will probably be up very soon.
Great. So, stealth was so many. 34.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you managed to slip between, kind of hugging the wall of this massive chamber. You managed to find a couple of collection of boulders piled up against the wall, and you slip behind one. You feel reasonably confident that you will be unseen, even if invisibility drops.
Cool. I'm going to let invisibility drop
Hmm?
Now I'm gonna cast message at him.
Okay.
I'm going to say... Oh my god, what the fuck am I gonna say? Don't say anything. Don't react. Act natural. It's Aveline. I'm here to get you...
Well, to be fair, someone who's trying to swindle him probably would have been more confident about it.
Aldrich, are you having a stroke? No, but somebody is.
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
She could open it up with like, "Hey, dillweed."
Hey, dickhead. I don't know. Ignore all those fucking noises I was making, but those words.
That's okay, Greg. Okay. Yeah, so staring across the way, you kind of see him jump a little bit in the cage and whip his head around.
You reply to this message.
That is the most important part of the message. And yeah, after you see him sort of whip his head around in confusion, and after just a moment or two, you hear the voice echo back in your mind. What in all the realms are you doing here?
I'm here to save you, so you're welcome.
What? How did you even... What did you... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right. Do you have some kind of plan?
Well...
No.
Not yet. Okay, not yet.
I don't know. I didn't think I got this.
I really didn't. So, how long have you been here?
Days. Oh, it's been horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm sure it has.
Shut up.
I came to join the mercenaries hoping to get a bit of coin back for the family, but they captured us almost immediately. They've been taking people, Aveline, putting them in that cage, dunking them right down into that lake of fire. I don't know what they're up to, but they're sacrificing people for something.
Is there like a pattern or any time where you're less guarded? Some way I could...
I don't know, they're always around, and she's always watching.
Who's that?
Their leader, the matriarch, I don't know. There she is now. And you kind of swivel your head around, and again you see this drow woman dressed in sort of resplendent robes up on a big sort of pillar that kind of outcrops itself up over the enormous lake of fire. And again, she kind of spreads her arms and begins speaking again, sort of addressing all of the drow in this chamber. It's not speaking English, of course you can't understand it, but you start to see emerging forth from the darkness, drow pushing these enormous structures. They sort of look like, just sort of like tower fortifications, but sitting on top of them look to be these enormous drums. And they're just sort of wheeling them into a position, kind of forming a semicircle around the edge of this huge lake of fire over which this massive forge stands.
Drum like the instrument, or drum like a
Like
barrel?
the instrument. Like huge war drums.
Drums in the deep.
Uh-oh.
You cannot get out. They are coming.
Maybe less Balrog comparisons at this exact moment.
I don't think they're inappropriate.
No, I don't either,
Okay.
which is the problem.
If you're going to do something, Aveline, and don't get me wrong, it is good to see you. But if you're going to do something, I think now would be the time.
Oh my god.
Let's get back to it.
Okay.
Oh, no, sorry, were you going to say something?
Go for it.
Help! I need somebody!
Let's cut back to you all traveling through the tunnel. Eventually, you come, the tunnel you're traveling along kind of T-intersects with another one that stretches out in great distances to either side, and you see tracks running along the bottom of it, and a minecart sitting almost too perfectly, sort of at the juncture where the tunnels meet. It's sort of like, it's like 3 or 4 cars linked together, and the thing says, "Well, it's not the most dignified way to get out into the mines, but it is the fastest." What do you say?
I am well past dignity.
That's the best way to live, I've learned. Hop in.
I like this guy. I can't see you. I like this guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll hop in the second one.
So you climb into these minecarts, and as you do so, the Thane walks to the one at the rear and kind of clambers up, kind of falls over into the side of it.
He's got them shaky legs.
He's got little legs, but he does. And again, he takes out his hammer, and as he does so, along the sides of the carts, more runes begin to glow faintly in the dim and dark light. All right. Next up, the Underforge. And he goes to raise his hammer and strike it down. But before he can, more voices cut out through the darkness of the tunnel. Seren, you would understand.
Great.
Of course. Hey! Prisoners are escaping! Quickly! On them now! And down one of the sides of the tunnels, and the rest of you just, hear screaming in Elvish. Down the tunnels, you see a sort of war party of drow making their way down the tunnel.
The tunnel we came from, or
coming from, following the tracks.
Behind our cart, right?
Yeah.
He says prisoners are escaping.
Well, we better be escaping then, shan't we? And he slams his hammer down onto the cart, and it begins kind of slowly churning and chugging along its way. All right then. Make sure you hold your hands up. It's way more fun when you hold your hands up.
Easy, put your hands up.
So it begins kind of slowly along the way and edging down the tunnel. As you begin to move, it picks up speed, but not quite enough to outrun the drow. And some of them actually manage to hop into the end of the train of the minecarts just as the cart begins to tip and sort of steeply decline. As those of you in the front kind of begin to go over, it picks up speed and begins rocketing down into the darkness. I need everyone here to roll initiative.
Nice. Great. You said there were 4 carts?
Well, let's say 5.
5? Alright.
Yeah.
I had said I was behind the first one, so I'm probably in the second cart, I guess.
Great. Yeah. Initiatives, please, Hieros.
8.
8.
Oh, great.
Seren.
16.
Surrie. Oh, Surrie's not here.
Okay.
Never mind. Surrie's not here. Shay.
11.
Okay. So as these drow hop onto the cart, you see they're much more heavily armored, carrying big shields with them than the ones you have fought in the past here. The cart is plunging down through the darkness, rattling underneath your feet as you take up battle positions here with them at the end. So, moving through here, because it's a moving minecart, consider it rough terrain. So basically, movement is half.
So half, alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're trying to hop along the carts here.
How fast are we going?
Pretty fast. It kind of depends based on how steep, it's traveling, but fast.
How would flying work?
That's a great question.
And I'm fine if you say that I would fall behind.
I think it's moving too quickly for you to keep up in the
Maybe
air.
if I was still an Aarakocra, but as an owlfolk, there's no way.
Yeah, right.
Is this a tunnel, or are there parts where it's like ravine to either side?
Right now, you're just in a tunnel.
Okay.
As it kind of plunges deeper into the earth and it rattles beneath you. Okay, so first up, we actually have number 3.
Each round's only 6 seconds, so we're not getting a whole lot of distance between each of these here.
Correct. So he is gonna try to hop carts here. Yep. Alley-oop. He's just gonna be able to get to there. And he kind of reaches and pulls out a little hand crossbow, leveling it at you, Hieros.
That's fair. Biggest target.
Firing it. That is a 24 to hit. For 10 points of piercing damage.
That's a full 10. I'm not raging yet.
And that's going to be his turn. That brings us to Seren.
So to jump this is like a standard jump?
Yes.
Could I run along the thing that connects the carts?
Sure.
Okay. And then can I make this jump?
I think if it's still like contained within your movement, right? Like you can't like move your full movement and then jump.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
I have 50 feet of movement.
Oh, then yeah.
Nice. Okay. So I can hang out over here. And then as I attack this guy, my invisibility drops, which is kind of a drag, but that's okay.
What do you end?
14?
No.
Okay. Natural 20.
That'll hit.
Yay.
Yeah, okay. 20 points of damage.
And this is on number 3.
Uh-huh. And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 13.
Which he fails, so
Alright.
he is stunned.
Excellent. Number 3 is stunned.
And then I'm going to Flurry of Blows,
Mm-hmm.
which means I get advantage.
Woohoo! Go get him!
Non-nat 20.
Yeah.
You could have just shadow stepped. Oh, but that would be your bonus
here.
action. That's
Yeah.
true.
7 more points of damage for the first one. And a 25 to hit.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And another 7 points of damage.
Right. Excellent. And he is stunned. Anything else?
Nope.
Wunderbar. That's going to bring us to number 2. That's about he can go. He's going to take out his crossbow and fire at you, Seren.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll miss with a 10. It jerks a little bit. His bolt goes wide. Kashek.
So for point of origin spells that like keep a set point, how is that going to work here?
You would have to do it somewhere on the cart.
As long as it's on the card, it'll remain there. Okay. Shillelagh on my staff. I'm just going to ask, how high is the ceiling?
In here, you're still encased in a tunnel.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's only like...
Not
20
enough.
feet up. Yeah.
I do not have great spells prepared for this right now. What are they wearing?
It just looks like heavy armor.
Heavy because it's metal?
It sure is.
Cool.
The Kashak special.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, though, we're gonna get a little sexy first.
Okay.
So I have 30 feet of movement, so I'm gonna pull out
If you need, you can stand on these little connecty bits here. But,
Ah, good to know. Dangerous, I'm sure.
well, we'll see.
Okay, we're gonna see what happens here. I'm going to flourish my staff, and I'm going to fire a thorn whip at this gentleman.
Ooh,
So
okay.
that's gonna be
Yeah.
a melee spell. Or melee, whatever. So do I still add my spell attack bonus?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. So 20.
Yep.
Cool. He's going to take 3d6. He is going to take 9 points of piercing damage.
This is number 3.
Yes. And interestingly, he can be pulled up to 10 feet closer to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to see what happens if that happens.
Okay.
You're gonna leave him in the space between the cart? Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
Ideally.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pull him,
I don't know what's gonna
yanking him
happen.
into the out of one cart and into this middle space. He's going to attempt to find his footing on the in-between. Let's see what happens. Oh, fuck! So, Kashek, you whip your thorn whip out forward, and it wraps around this drow, and you yank him, and he topples, head first out over this cart, and he tries to find his footing on this little independent connecting piece, but he can't manage to get it. He slips and is sucked beneath the wheels of the cart, and you hear a sickening squelching sound as the two rear carts jumble just a little bit. Oh God! And let's see.
Rough.
But yeah, that guy is toothpaste.
It's cow collision all over again.
That's a bad way to go.
Who's
next?
Anything else, Kashak?
No, but I will have to point out, I think we talked about this before, where technically speaking, because both of those would be cantrips, I can't do that.
You can.
Are you cool? Okay, so Shillelagh on my staff. then.
It's just 2 leveled spells.
Yeah.
Cool. That will be me then.
Okay, so that's gonna bring us to this guy. He's also going to fire his crossbow at you,
I hope the
Seren.
fuck he does.
Yes, with a 10. That brings us to Hieros.
Alright, well, Hieros is going to... I don't have a movement to get there on its own, but I'm going to, as a bonus action, enter into a focused rage. Doesn't mean anything, he's not slabbering at the mouth. So, and he's going to use action to dash across to the other cart to sort of act before in one hand, boarding the next one as nimbly as one can, rage fueling him in ways he usually couldn't do. But that is action, movement, and bonus action. I'm done.
Okay. It's gonna be number 4. Who's right here. He'll move up, and he will try to attack you, Hieros.
Valid.
With his scimitar. Okay. That will hit with a 22,
Yes.
I imagine.
Yes.
for 7 points of slashing damage.
I reduced to 3.
And second strike, 18
Yep.
will hit for 9 points of slashing damage.
Reduced to 4.
That is his turn.
Right on. Oh, I didn't.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mention earlier. I meant to do this before we ended last time, but during Hieros' time while they were gone, he has put on the breastplate he carries with him that he had from the Strahd days, just because he figures this is probably a little more.
This is the time.
It's a little more dangerous. So AC is now 16 as opposed to 15, for what it's worth.
Okay, great. You hear from up at the front, the Thane, both hands on his hammer, keeping it to the side of the cart. He turns back to you and you hear his voice shoot down the mine shaft. I'm gonna try to hold her steady, but it's gonna be a bit of a bumpy ride! And just as he says it, there comes a sharp turn in the track. I need everyone to give me either acrobatics or athletics to maintain your footing as it goes around a swift bend.
24.
Okay.
Athletics 24.
Okay.
18.
Okay, great. Yeah, you all managed to keep your feet as it turns sharply, and it even feels like maybe the wheels to one side come off the tracks just a little bit and then slam back down. But everyone managed to keep their footing. Let's see if these guys do. Yeah.
Their heavy armor weighs them down, and they can't.
Yes, they all make it.
Yeah.
As you come around the bend, you again shoot out, and the walls of the tunnel fall away, and you find yourself, as I described for Surrie last time, in this massive chamber. It almost kind of looks like a beehive with all these little outcroppings and holes with rail carts coming out of them and forming this sort of crisscross, wiry, almost like mega structure. Mine carts crossing each other in mid-air. To either side of you now is just open, empty space falling into the darkness. We are back to the top. It's going to be number 3.
Prime aesthetic.
Oh, number 3 is
He's
paste.
good.
Toothpaste?
Yeah.
He's
wrapped in aluminum foil. Stick of gum.
Punch. To this guy right in front of me.
Pick in the foil.
But that's a 13 to hit.
13? No, I'm afraid not.
Yep. Okay. Second one is a 18 to hit.
Yes.
3 was the one who was stunned?
No, 1 was the one who was stunned.
No, it was 3.
Yeah, how would you have reached 1?
Oh, sorry. Whichever one just got turned into toothpaste.
Gotcha,
is the one that was
gotcha.
stunned.
Yeah.
So that guy takes 7 points of damage and needs to make a con save.
Yes, ma'am. 7 points, you said?
Mm-hmm.
The con save? 9.
Fails.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, it's all
So-
happening today.
Yeah.
Then flurry my blows.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural 20.
Go get him!
Twice, baby.
17 points of damage.
Great.
That's my second one. That's a 28 to hit.
Yes.
That's 1 damage die. He takes another 8 points of my fist.
Great. Anything else?
Nope.
How's he looking, number 4?
He still looks okay.
Alright.
But he can't take actions this turn.
That's true. So here comes number 2.
And here comes the giant fist.
He's going to attack you, Hieros.
Yep.
The first will hit
Sure.
for only 6 points.
Reduced to 3.
Second will also hit for another 6 points.
Reduced to 3 again. So
Check.
I'm going to cast Heat Metal on number 2, my lord.
Fire away.
That is
Make
a
it so, number 1.
con save, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me just make sure.
On number 2.
Yes. Right, the con save is just not to drop it if it's a weapon, but I'm
Right,
casting
it's
it on his
armor.
armor, so he's going to take 2d8.
Uh-huh.
He will take 12 points of fire damage.
Great.
That will be it then.
Okay, great. As you've seen before, the drow's metal gets that orangey glow as it begins to rapidly heat up, and you see a look of horror on the drow's face as he looks down at his own armor, recognizing what is happening as it sears into his own flesh.
what does that do for them, Freddy? Doesn't he have, like, disadvantage or something like that? Well,
Disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks
ability
until the
checks,
start of your next turn.
gotcha. But it doesn't affect my attack, so that's okay.
So that's going to be then number 1, who's going to fire his hand crossbow at you, Seren,
Okie
but we'll miss.
Ugh.
Sorry. I know you really want to get something.
dokie.
Hieros?
Alright. Number 4 looking stunned. I know an opportunity when I see one, and I'm going to attack at him.
Advantageously.
I am indeed. Without having to even be reckless. Okay, that's total of 19 to hit?
Yep.
Right.
This is on number
4. Yeah. First is 18 points of big old great axe. Second attack coming in. Hacha! 24 to hit.
Yeesh.
And second attack lands with a measly 11 points of great axe.
Is that all?
It is. Yeah, and that is my turn.
Right.
Call it there.
Excellent. That's going to be number 4.
Who
Who is stunned? So, okay, that's the end. We're coming up on another turn! Everyone, athletics or acrobatics game, please.
You're...
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can fly.
Good thing someone can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might lower the DC for you. Oh, yeah, dope, great. 27 athletics.
Nice.
21 acrobatics.
7.
7, oh no! Oh no!
But you can
Okay, so as you
You
come...
don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. As you come to another sharp turn, you're getting the feeling these weren't entirely intended to be carrying people. More just objects that could be strapped down.
Yeah, we're too light for it, probably, actually.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually the weight would be
It's
pushing
holding
it
it,
down
but
into
it's
the
not at
tracks,
all
right?
right
Yeah,
now.
so yeah.
I weigh 89 pounds.
Oh my god, you're so small!
Bird.
Hollow bones!
So as you come to another sharp turn, Kashek, the cart that you're in, comes up off of its wheels and slams back down, rocking side to side, the rim catching you in the ribs, knocking the air out of you. And before you can do anything, you find yourself tumbling out over the side of the cart and falling through the air.
I stop.
I mean, you fly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Unlike Doric.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
sinks like a stone.
Yeah, so
Here we go.
spreading your wings, they catch the stale air beneath them, but the cart continues racing away from you at rapid pace.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like someone will be dashing through the snow.
There's a thought.
As it continues to wind away into the darkness. Okay, we are back to the top of the order. It's you, Seren.
Oh, well, you know what to do. He's still stunned until the end of my turn, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep
Go ahead.
going. 23 to hit.
Yes. This is 4.
Yep, that's 13 points of damage.
Does it happen?
Yay!
I toss him off the side.
Kashek probably just sees me.
Yeah.
Another one.
And then I'm gonna come over to this gentleman here.
You're gonna stay in between?
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Careful.
That's just like a dangerous place to be.
Oh, I couldn't see that was this side of the you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right. You're correct.
That's all.
So then to number 2. 14.
No, I'm afraid not.
Okay.
It's always 14s.
And then with a flurry of blows.
Nice.
You can go for it.
28 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. He takes 12 points of damage and needs to make a con save.
Huh? This was on number 2.
Yep.
This one is a 21.
He makes that, but I still have one more attack. With another 28 to hit, he takes an additional 12 points of damage.
Great. Anything else, Sarah?
Nope.
Okay, that's going to be number 2. And he gets a wild look in his eyes and is just going to try to reach out and grapple you, Hieros.
Okay. So my athletics versus his athletics?
Correct.
Ooh, boy. Rolled real bad.
Uh-oh.
14.
14? Oh, shit. Okay. Somehow he manages it.
Sure.
You see him sort of squaring up to grab hold of you, and you ready yourself. You've done this 1,000 times before. But just as he begins to lunge, the cart shifts again, throwing you off your balance,
Sure.
and he manages to wrap his arms around you, and he's taking you over, man.
So he's going with me?
He can move you, yeah. But yeah, he's taking you over.
Can I reach out and do anything with my reaction, or?
Yeah, give me a dexterity or a sleight of hand or acrobatics.
17. Acrobatics.
And like moving somebody is usually half speed, and we're already rough terrain.
Right,
So
yeah.
that's just that's all.
Well, I mean, you're right there.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Just like
Yeah.
dive off the edge.
Yeah. It's a good try, but he's able to get his shield up and knock your hand away, Seren. And you guys are taking a tumble. Kashek, you would see them actually begin to fall. You topple over and begin falling through the dark Hieros.
And is this in the middle of the chasm?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Kashek and what?
Kashek, it's your move? Go on.
Yes. How far behind them am I?
Not too far. I mean, it hasn't, moving pretty fast. But yeah, I mean...
This is all 6 seconds. It's just happened.
That's true.
Yeah. I imagine you, as you tumbled out, you began to fly and try to keep it as best to keep pace with it as you can. So let's say you're probably not that far away.
How far away am I from Hieros? You gotta give me a number here, because it's gonna affect what I do.
Uh-huh. Oh, man.
If a cart is moving it.
Yeah. Just because it was just last turn, so let's say that you're 30 feet away. As you tumble out of the cart.
Okay. Is he grappled?
He is, yes. And that was the one with the heat metal on it too, right?
Yeah. I can
Wait,
drop
oh
it.
shit! Does that mean he had disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, fuck me! Take it all back!
Okay.
Take it all back!
All right. Let's see.
Take it all back! Put yourself back! Put yourself...
Yeah!
Fuck! Oh shit, I'm so bad at this game!
Sorry,
I'm amazing at this game.
You're not. That should have been me reminding you, but I was busy looking up fastest flying speed that I could shift into.
You rolled a 2, so yes.
Okay.
So he tries to grapple you, but you can see him, throw his arms forward, bringing them more into contact with his own heating armor, and he, reels back as he tries to grab hold of you.
Alright.
Never mind. Take it all back. Kashek, what do you want? It's still your turn. What do you want to do?
Then, in that case, I wanted to ask. I did not take damage.
Mhm.
I was flung from a cart.
Uh-huh.
Do I need to make a concentration save?
No.
Okay. So, in that case, if I was only going to be 30 feet from Hieros, it stands to reason that I can land in this cart.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. So I will fly back. I'm here. The bonus action is to repeat
Heat the metal.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to take 2d8. He's only going to take 5 points this time.
Okay. That was on number 2?
On number green 1.
Oh yeah,
This
he's
is
number
supposed
2.
to be
He's
number
number 2. Yeah.
And because it worked so well last time, I'm going to cast Thorn Whip on number 2. So that is under melee. 27.
Yep.
Okay. And let's see what happens first. So he's going to take 12 points of piercing
Just gonna
damage.
save on that, you just get to do it. Okay.
Yep. And
He's gonna do a dex check?
Yep.
Oh my god, yeah, he just tumbles over the side of the cart
Yeah.
and tries to grab. He gets one hand onto the side of it, but just as he grabs onto the lip of the cart, you see his mailed glove begin to glow that same bright orange. And he just can't take the heat, and he drops squish
Oh boy.
onto the next one.
Yeah.
Kashek said we're making paste.
Kashek said, slavers, huh?
Here's
Yeah.
how you cook in the Underdark.
Welcome to Cooking with Kashek.
Oh my god.
Anything else, Kashek?
We can spell cooking with a Q.
No, that'll do me.
Okay.
Yeah, you could.
Alright. Jesus.
Cooking with Kashek.
There's gonna be. There's just one left.
There is.
Okay.
Well, the other one was willing to sacrifice himself to take me over, so self-preservation is not there.
This one's gonna
Yeah.
turn to you, Kashek.
No.
Big, meaty target.
He's gonna try to grapple you.
No.
So
I can fly.
Oh yeah.
Not if he's holding on to you.
Holding you.
I believe I still can. I have a carry.
Your movement becomes 0.
Yeah.
So you'd have to break the grapple
Okay.
first.
Yeah.
Or something.
But it doesn't matter, he crit fails.
Hey!
What a fucking shot.
Does he need to? Because it would have been really cool to shift into a constrictor.
Well, technically,
snake.
it's a contested check.
No, I won't fail. That's fine.
I mean,
No, I'm not going to overly complicate things. He failed. That's fine.
Alright. Okay, that then brings us to Hieros.
Okay. Hieros has the movement. He's going to lunge forward over here, very dopely leaping between the carts, and is going to attempt to save his good friend Kashek. Swingulously with the axe, 2 17s for a 29 to hit.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay. Axe comes in. It does 13 points of an axe.
It sure does.
And second attack coming in with the old great axe. I'm not allowed to have crits, but still a 25 to hit.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And I'm not allowed to do a lot of damage either. 12 points with the Great Axe.
Okay.
That's gonna do it. That's gonna be it.
Okay. Oh, here comes another bumpy one. Hold on.
Oh my god.
I think he's doing this on purpose.
Athletics or acrobatics, please.
Alright, let's do it. Whatchoo! Oh, fucking
25.
29.
19.
You're all good.
Juicy.
Okay. Top of the order, Seren.
Gonna jump. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Fuck this whole guy.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
17 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
8 points damage.
Mm-hmm.
16 to hit.
No.
Ooh.
Ah. We found the bottom. Well.
Not yet.
You found your brother already.
And then just one more with my bonus action. 14 does not hit.
No. You do roll a lot of 14s.
Well, I don't know.
It's your lucky number. Okay.
But they always miss what it's
They always miss.
Kajak.
Oh, why not? I never get to do it. I am going to batter this man with my quarterstaff.
What do you... With advantage. We're flanking.
Good point. Kashek's not used to crit.
Hey!
Fire away.
Yeah. So that's going to be... he's going to take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sure does.
That'll do it for me.
Okay, great. Yeah. That's going to bring us to Hieros.
Great, so Hieros is going to once again swing illicitly with the axe, just sort of like looking at his compatriots. How's this guy looking? Is he...
Not great.
Alright, great. Just doing my best to keep him off my pals. 29 to hit.
Yes.
Swing! Ah, hey!
Nice.
22 points of damage with the axe.
How's it out?
There
Yeah!
So in this last one, I'd like to make it just sort of axe... Does he have a helmet on at all?
No. Well, he can. Yes, sure. Of course he does.
I don't know, whatever. No, it's going to be more gruesome that way, but
No.
alright, whatever.
We love gruesome in this house.
Yeah, Hieros is going to go ahead and bash in the side of the head with the axe, and then just as he's there stunned, dazed, take him by the head and fling him over the side.
Yeah!
Oh!
Yeah.
And there he goes. Well done. Okay, the card has been cleared.
I'm sorry I didn't get to catch any arrows.
That's okay. I'll
One
get
of
to do
these
it one
days.
day.
One of these days.
It wasn't so hard to hit.
Wow, that's awful.
Yeah.
The cart continues rushing and rushing down deeper through the darkness. You've begun kind of just going in this huge spiral as you plunge deeper and deeper down into the earth.
I'll stay back here if you want to move forward, I don't know. Just in case any more come in.
I'd feel better if we were all together.
Suddenly, from up on the front of the cart, you hear the Thane's voice ring out once again. Oh, that is stone! The rail is out ahead! Hold on!
Oh my god!
That happened.
Kashek just goes...
Let's lift. Everyone lift together like an elevator. We're gonna jump at the same time.
I'm gonna hold on to Hieros and Kashek.
I need everyone to give me one last, either acrobatics or athletics.
Hieros is gonna activate a rage just to do this. I'm assuming it's more than 6 seconds since the fight ended.
No, I'm not gonna talk to you about it.
Hey, there's my nat 20.
Yeah!
It's no good here. I can't brutal critical on an athletics check.
It is good here.
It is good.
14?
16.
30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dirty.
I grabbed because I started to float out. Nope.
I'm like,
You weigh like nothing.
Yeah, so you see the sort of twisted and broken pieces of metal struts as the rail is completely shattered, and you feel the cart lift off into the open air, and kind of time seems to suspend itself for a moment as you become weightless ever so briefly.
oh my god, we're E.T. in the bike.
And then you begin to plummet faster and faster, the wind whipping your hair, tears streaming from your eyes as you carry on through the darkness, until finally, wham! The cart again finds ground, skidding along the earth. You clutch onto each other. I don't know if Kashek, maybe you take off into the air, but...
No, I'll stay with everyone.
Yeah, you slam onto the ground, clutching each other tight as sparks go flying up to either side of you as you just
arms around the other two.
skid along the earth and rock. You see some of the carts in front of you go spinning off into the darkness, but yours, man, weighed down by your presence, seems to just roll and skid and slowly come to a rest and just rocks back and forth once or twice more.
Hieros, I think you can let go of us now.
Sorry.
Was this more fun with my arms in the air?
Wasn't concerned about suffocation. I have not rubbed any flowers in my armpits recently.
Is the Thane okay?
You see one of the other carts kind of coming to rest, also skidding along the smooth stone down here. Kind of toppled over, sitting upside down, sitting on its open side, and you can kind of hear his voice coming from underneath it.
I will go get him and lift the cart off him if I can.
You do so. And he looks at you. He's a little bruised and a little bloody, but he looks up at you and he says, "See, I told you. Not the most dignified, but certainly the fastest."
I've rarely gone faster, I think. One time I was being flung into a wall, but I think this is probably faster.
Yes.
He kind of puts one hand on his lumbar, he picks himself up. Right, we reached the bottom. Not much farther to go now. Okay, yeah, let's jump back to Surrie. Is there anything you would like to do? You're certainly not required to, but you're here. You have the opportunity to attempt something, should you like.
Are they opening the door of the cage and putting prisoners in?
Yeah, they've been moved from the holding one to the one that it gets lifted up.
Oh, okay. Alright. I will message my stupid brother again.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, if I turn you invisible, how confident are you that you could slip out when they open the door?
That's a lot of people, but I suppose I could try it.
Are you confident? Sounds like a no.
I'm not confident of anything right now, but I will certainly try.
You need a little bit more than that right now.
Yes, I'm confident.
All right.
God. So annoying.
Shut up!
Do we leave you in the cage?
I will.
Sibling.
Mom and Dad are already mad at me, so...
Well, do you want your soul or not? I don't...
How are you going to determine... What have you been talking about?
Oh my god. Shh. Just shut up. Okay.
You're the one calling me. What do you mean, shut up?
I know, I have to keep messaging him. Shut up! Okay, alright, okay. Is the cage just it's not against a wall or anything? It's just in the middle? Okay. There are...
I mean, it's close to the edge, but there's room between the back bit and the wall.
Okay. There are guards all around.
Mm-hmm.
Even back.
They were just kind of
Towards
moving around, kind of poking through the bars, getting people up.
Okay. Oh my god.
What's the plan?
I'm gonna disguise myself. Just a generic drow type person.
Uh-huh.
I'm still gonna try to be sneaky.
Is that disguise self?
It's disguise self.
Okay.
My name is Drow Underdark. Pleased to meet you.
She said in common.
That's why I'm still sneaking. And I'm gonna sneak over. And I'm just gonna casually through the bar, boop, and cast invisibility on him.
Okay. So you emerge from your hiding place amongst the rocks as a drow and make your way over to the cage. Give me a deception at advantage.
Whew. 15.
15. Okay. Yeah. You make your way over to the cage, and one of the other drow guards notices you as you make your way up to the bars. He's just kind of been moving along the outside, prodding his halberd through the bars, getting people up. And he does look over at you, and he just gives you a little nod and goes back to tormenting some of the prisoners inside the cage.
Just quick look. Anybody's...
He's like,
Everyone seems pretty distracted.
Directly. Okay, great.
she's got good prisoner poking technique.
Just a little shove and cast invisibility on him.
Okay, you do so. He vanishes before your very eyes.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get out and just find me. Follow me.
Okay. Alright, he's gonna do a stealth check. Advantage.
He lets out heinous fart.
You can't be completely
Always what you want to
incompetent.
say.
Painted?
Chili?
Nothing.
A few moments go by as you continue to stand by the side of the cage. And after a few moments... Okay, what do I do now?
Just follow me.
Alright.
And I'm just gonna try to make my way out. Very casually.
Back through the entrance you came in?
Yep.
Okay.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Do another deception check at advantage.
Okay.
I'm Hank, the drow.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, they all just seem very preoccupied with what they're doing, and no one seems to take much notice as you make your way back up out of the chamber and along the passageway.
I love poking prisoners. Want to pay attention to something else? Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Huh?
Do I hear any commotion, perhaps? I don't know,
Sure.
a minecart?
Sure. Let's
Oh,
jump
it's up
back
to you.
This light's getting a lot brighter. Is it a dwarf? Is he screaming?
Let's jump back to yeah. Great. That's a great idea. You all in the tunnel.
No, you planned it. This is
Do
exactly what you
it.
planned.
Do whatever you need.
I know what
Great
I'm doing.
job.
I'm a professional. So you all carry on down a slightly smaller, dark tunnel until you come to a solid wall in which the thing moves up against, and again his hammer glows, and the side, this sort of smooth wall again glows with runic magic and begins to open upwards away from the bottom. And Surrie, as you're making your way down the passageway back out towards where all the carts kind of collect a junction down at the bottom of the chamber, you see the wall of this long tunnel you're in begin to rise up, revealing a secret passageway behind. And standing on the other side of that door are your faithful compatriots.
I immediately see
Well,
a
but
drow.
you look like
I
a
don't.
drow, so
I see a drow I don't see, and
you
immediately
all
take
step through the portal
defensive
and see
stance.
a drow.
Wait, stop! It's me.
Does your voice remain the same?
Yes, because I have the same vocal cords because I'm still in my body.
Oh, right.
It's
Yeah,
just
it's
disguise
just visual.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it was polymorph, that could be a different story.
Like if someone touched her head and brushed her horns, they'd be like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, my tail's like all in disguise. No! It's
Okay.
too late.
Yeah, okay. Why? Okay.
What? Hi.
You're okay.
Good.
I'm fine.
You're okay. Alright, you're okay.
Oh, my brother's here. He's invisible.
Alright. Who are these people, have any?
They're my friends.
Surrie.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, nice to meet you, sir.
No.
no one calls me that anymore. It's Surrie.
Her name is Surrie.
Can we discuss this later, maybe?
Donkeys!
Yeah, no, you're right.
Thane.
What are you guys doing here?
Well, we came to
Looking for you?
look for you and also help the Thane in his endeavors.
Yeah, what's he up to?
What is now the plan?
He's just watching you all.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the plan is head down there and face what meets us.
What meets us?
It's not really a surprise.
What's down there?
Magma and drow and prisoners.
How many? Drow.
How many?
Not that many, actually. Most of them seem to be out on the other side, just sort of unloading the prisoners and moving them, and moving the carts and stuff in the actual chamber. You didn't see too terribly many, actually. You saw, the matriarch, and she had a couple of guards around her at all times, but not that many.
Not that many. There's a leader, a matriarch of some kind, and
Do you think if we freed the prisoners, they'd be any use to us?
they all look pretty bad.
They've
yeah.
been through the sacking of a city, yeah, they're all...
They don't look great. They're weak. They've been in prison for days or weeks.
Some have been shut up in there for quite some time, and as you may have picked up on so far, these drow are not very hospitable hosts.
If we take out the matriarch, do you think the others will scatter?
Even if they do not scatter. And that is certainly a tall order. Anybody who is leading these individuals is clearly quite capable indeed, but they will be leaderless if that is their only leader. I do not think she will allow us to come up and slay her immediately.
Since when has anyone ever allowed us to do that?
Well, that's what I mean. It is one thing to say it.
Do you want to get him out of here, or are you going to join us?
I'm going to join you. Can you fight?
I've tried. I haven't eaten in a few days.
You should remain
I
safe.
have no weapons.
You should remain safe here and take this. I will hold out my hand axe to wherever I think you might be.
Thank you. Takes it.
If you can, think you can find your way back up. Mother and father are waiting for you.
So I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out. This is all very strange. I have a Surrie, and I don't know. It just I thought I was done for. And then, out of all the times for you to come back into my life, this seems to be maybe the best one. So, thank you.
Yeah. All right. Mother's worried. You better go find her.
We will get Surrie out. We will come back.
If you make it out, come meet us by the river mill.
All right. Fine.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
He goes. You just see a hand axe.
He's holding it out.
Ghosts.
I'm not a hand axe, I'm a ghost.
No. All right. Healing potions.
No.
Oh, but what I can do.
Oh, I can heal you. Is that what you meant?
No.
Yes.
Let me see what I can do. I'm gonna use my Eldritch Invocation to cast False Life on myself.
Okay.
1d4
Yeah.
4.
Or 4. Gotcha.
Yeah! 8!
Yeah.
Temporary hit points.
Great little spell.
You sure that's all you want?
I don't know, how are your spell slots looking? I'm
Go on,
like
defib
none.
the kid.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine.
Are you feeling alright?
I've been better, but
Let me go ahead and...
I'm gonna use my invocation.
Yeah, I guess that's all I can do. I'll do Healing Word at... Oh, let's do it at 4th level. Surrie. Nice. That's going to be a healthy 19.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
So, you stand in the chamber, or the tunnel. What would y'all like to do?
Gonna turn myself invisible again.
Okay.
Sir, you have seen what is down here in Thanebrock. You know what we are looking for, so
Aye.
the two of you should lead the way, I think.
Let us face our fate, whatever may come. And you begin back down the passageway, back towards the glowing light that, Surrie, you know to be made by a lake of fire. As you make your way closer and closer back towards the chamber, all of you hear a voice magically projected kind of ring through the halls of the tunnel here. And finally, having someone here who speaks Elvish, Seren, you would understand. And so, yeah, as you carry closer and closer and, come around a bend and come upon the view of what's happening here in this chamber, all of you at last see this massive sort of lake of fire, almost sort of like ice cream scooped out of the earth and just bubbling and broiling oranges and reds frothing out of the very core of the planet. And sitting above it on struts, that massive mechanical contraption which occasionally opens its bottom, drawing fire up into itself and releasing steam out of the top. And you see this drow matriarch standing at a podium overlooking the lake, speaking. Our time is nearly nigh. The resolution of our struggles is at last within our grasp, brothers and sisters. With this, we shall rise like phoenix from the fires and reclaim our homes. With the Bright One, we will slay the Grey Scourge's monster and bring retribution back to those cursed monsters who drove us from our homes. I have led you here, brothers and sisters. Stay with me but a low moment longer, for glory awaits us.
I'll have been translating that as
Maybe we should let them do that.
goes.
What does that mean?
Once more. They're trying to rid themselves of the monster that drove them from their homes.
That's what she said.
Grey Scourge.
The Grey Scourge.
Using the Bright One to do so.
The bright one probably being this demon thing,
Something.
if I had to guess. We can't let them use those people, though.
And you see, like, the cage beginning rising up into the air and beginning to be sort of swung out over the lake of fire.
Do we see what is operating the crane?
You can kind of see, there just seems to be, like, a team of drow at it. Or maybe just one sort of, like, control panel operating it.
Close to us or far away?
Not close, but not far away.
Okay.
It's not like on the other side of the lake. It's all sort of congregated to one edge of it.
I mean,
Try to snipe them.
We cannot let these people be sacrificed for this purpose, even if this purpose is aligned with ours.
Wish we could talk to her without her immediately wanting to kill us, though.
Well, you might.
Yeah.
I don't speak.
I understand that. All right. Okay.
The thing turning to you all. What do you mean? What are you saying?
I'll have translated as she was speaking.
Right.
Our larger goal, for the moment, seems to be aligned with hers. If this grey scourge she's speaking of is the same thing that we've been fighting.
I don't know nothing of any of these elves have been the only scourge I've dealt with.
And we're obviously not going to let them sacrifice your people, but things have gotten complicated. Enemy of my enemy is my friend and all that.
You were saying you're wanting to try and talk to them now.
If only to see what they know. We don't have very much information on it.
I'll follow your lead, but my vengeance I shall not abstain from.
And you're well within your rights.
I think we should attempt to deal with this crane, find a way to whatever's operating it and bring the people down. I will accompany you in this endeavor if you'd like.
Alright.
Save the people, and then you can have your vengeance.
That sounds like a plan to me. Have your parlay if you must, but we're going to get those dwarves out of there.
You act as you see fit. If you wish to go to her, or whatever you wish.
I can disguise myself again, but I can't speak.
Understand them. What do I... God, what do I even say?
I don't know.
I'll come with you for moral support.
What do you want to do?
I guess split up and start trying to...
You can tell them that we are aligned in purpose, and that there are other ways than this sacrifice. Whatever you must say, I do not know. But if they know that there are others who are aligned against this entity, if it is the same at all.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Am I coming with you?
I guess so.
Alright.
Okay, so what's the plan here?
I'm still...
Seren, you are going to attempt and try to diplomatically approach the matriarch.
Mm-hmm.
And Hieros, you and the Thane are going to try to stealthily make your way to the
crane.
To the crane?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, alright.
I'm still invisible.
Okay.
Oh!
So who's going with who?
No brain cell squad over
You
here.
staying invisible?
Well, not until I go talk to
Okay.
her. I'm just...
I'll go with Hieros and the thing.
Okay. Alright, here we go.
Stupid plan,
No,
but here's what we got.
It's fantastic.
What we got?
Okay, great. So, then, stealth party to the crane.
Sure.
Roll me those stealth checks.
Yikes.
At advantage, because as you move into the chamber, all the drow are sort of turned and adamantly listening to their matriarch speak. So they're all pretty distracted, so do it at advantage.
All right.
My god, this thing got that 20.
Yeah.
Not usually known for their stealth.
Yeah!
Yeah, rolled a 19 for a 21.
Nice.
Okay, yeah. You three managed to kind of hug the wall.
What'd you get?
What'd you get, Kashyap?
25.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You three managed to sort of hug the wall and kind of make your way around the perimeter of the gathering to where the kind of crane controls sit. You can see one drow. It's kind of raised up again in sort of a little tower, almost like, it's kind of like a construction crane kind of deal. And you can see up at the top, sitting by the control panel, just one drow moving levers and knobs, seemingly at random, but it's working.
Yeah.
What would you like to do?
Or in fact, let's actually
Yeah.
made it
Let's go
over.
to you.
So let's, what do you got, Seren?
How can I make my way to the matriarch? Is she on like a Pride
She's
Rock
sort of-
style,
let me
or
just-
like?
Let's just draw this out as we're going, since
So we have the battle map ready.
since we're here.
I don't know.
God.
So, if you guys came in from over here, so here's kind of the edge of the lake of fire, and here is like these are these sort of massive struts that are holding up the Underforge, where they kind of come down and plant themselves into the earth.
Sure.
The crane is sat right next to one of these huge structures. So that's kind of the tower where it raises up and then it moves out over the fire. And she is on this outcrop of stone that comes out over it and is speaking from like right here. And then everyone is kind of gathered here by the edge.
So we can just kind of like walk our way up.
Yeah, if you like. And then actually there is sort of a platform here by the edge on which are arrayed these big war drums.
Where's the crowd? Is that on the other side?
Kind of right here.
Right up front. Okay.
So we'll do a general crowd here, blah, blah, blah. There are drow.
You're invisible.
Yes.
So if I follow you, I'm walking up there on my own.
Yes.
Person who does not speak Elvish.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a plan.
Great. Ventriloquism?
No. So hypothetically, if someone wanted to figure out how this crane operates and then drop the cage on a bunch of drow, could they reach?
Yeah, I can swing out over the crowd here.
That's a bad way to go.
Well, it's also, there's a lot of people in there.
There's a lot of people in the cage,
Oh, yeah.
In the cage.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What is this good way to go that you're shooting for?
I don't know. Silent but deadly.
What do we like here, kids?
I'm gonna keep approaching.
Still invisible?
Yep.
Okay.
That'll go well.
Am I coming with you?
If you want to.
I asked if you wanted company.
Surrie, you're visible, yes?
Yeah, but I'm disguised again.
I have an idea. I think we need to get their attention, so you can come with me or you can stay close by. But I'm not going to remain invisible for long.
Okay.
Alright, so Seren making your way. Surrie also with her.
Yeah, but I'm gonna stop what seems like a respectable distance. I don't know.
Kind of joining the crowd here?
Yeah, but towards the edges. Towards the fringes.
So close enough for you
as
to
close.
help if you need to,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. That's good.
So Surrie just kind of resting by the side of the crowd here, and Seren still approaching invisibly. What would you like to do?
Well, this is technically casting a spell,
Mm-hmm.
so it will drop the invisibility, which is what I want. I'm not trying to hit anybody, but I am going to let a moonbeam drop. Like right here, in between these two.
Alright, so she is speaking, and suddenly illuminating the dimly lit chamber, only lit by the light coming from the fiery lake. This moonbeam kind of cuts through the sky, coming to rest between these two. These two here, noticeably, dressed in the same garb and wielding the same curved scimitars as the dervishes who you fought before, coming to rest right between them. The matriarch cuts her sentence off, turning to look at it. And everyone in the crowd, a murmur kind of runs through it. Everyone wondering at the sudden appearance of this shaft of light.
And then as it moves, we'll kind of like trade places, and I'll approach. I won't get too close.
Okay.
And then in Elvish, I'll say, "Stop this. There's another way, but you cannot sacrifice these lives to do it."
The matriarch turns to look at you and appraise you. Interesting. I did not foresee such an event. You are of our blood, but not of our clan. Why do you come here today, sister?
Because the Grey Scourge is also invading our homeland. It has my sister, and we have a joint interest in making sure it is removed.
The Grey Scourge destroys all it touches. We here aim to end its blight this day.
Then we're aligned.
Your words say so, but I sense in your heart a different sort.
If you sacrifice these people, your gods will anger.
How many of us, how many of our folk have been sacrificed and lost to this scourge already? This is what is required to bring about the Bright One. This is what is required to bring the end of the Grey Scourge. You would stand in its way?
Can you control the Bright One?
I have studied for generations the deep magics to bind it to my will.
I'm coming to you now as a warning.
Warning of what?
You're ensuring your own destruction if you do this.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Famously, I'm amazing at those. Counting that 5? 4.
Oof. Let's switch over to while all this is happening. What is our stealth crane crew doing up to?
So is the crane like housing wherever this guy is ground level, or is it like up?
You'd have to climb up a little bit of a ladder to get up to where he is.
There's one operator, though.
Yes.
Ho, ho, ho. Hooty hoo.
Kashuk said, paste.
And can we hear
That's one
this
option.
conversation
Yeah,
happening?
you can.
I mean, not the words, obviously, but...
Yeah, and if you look across the way, I mean, you see the moonbeam come down, you see Seren begin to step forward and speak with the matron. Yeah, you are privy to all of it.
Alright. The moment we see it go awry, I get up there, subdue him. Thane, if you would operate.
That's what I was born to do.
Right. We will give Seren a chance.
I can try to magically subdue him as well, if that fails.
Excellent. Between you and me, we should be able to handle him.
Well, I don't mean to be disrespectful, of course, but it doesn't look like it's going too well already.
It doesn't.
So a 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But she rolled a 3.
If only.
Okay. It was a 4, by the way.
You have lost your way, sister. But we cannot fault you for this. The rot and pestilence of the world above has claimed many of us far greater than you or I. Come back to the fold, sister. This is the way forward. God. Enough talk.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna move the moonbeam. I'm sorry.
Let the drums ring out in the deep. Let the Bright One wake to bring about the purifying flames to the dwarves and to our cursed foes.
Yeah, as she says that, the moonbeam moves and strikes her.
Okay.
I see that happen. I'm immediately diving up there to grab the guy.
Okay, a lot happens at once. Sure. You move the moonbeam, you jump up to grab the guy, and the drummers begin.
Can I say that I'm preparing a spell in case he fails?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Hey, everyone rolling.
Yeah.
Just out of an abundance of caution. This lady, what's her face look like?
She has sort of long and extreme. She's got this really sharp cheekbones and a long chin that tapers to a fine point. Long white hair flowing down behind her.
Okie dokie, so not like me. Okay, good.
No. I relate you guys to a lot of the villains. Not everyone.
Just wondering.
Okay. A lot happens at once. Seren, you move the moonbeam. Hieros, you go to get the crane operator. And the drums begin.
Oh, stop this shit. Nick Cannon and drumline. That was incredible, thank you.
We are into it.